It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's David Benavidez. He's 6'2" with a reach of 74.5 inches. And he'll be up against Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
The taller of the two needs to use that long jab, use those long sweeping hooks and uppercuts just to keep them off and just keep that distance.
It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. This guy was sparring with world champions like Triple G at just 15 years old and holding his own. In fact, he turned pro at the age of 16 years old. Saul Canelo Alvarez, a 4-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting 2-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
So, all the talking's done. Now, let's get down to action.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup, and here we go. And there's the bell to start round one. That one will count. Nice counter. Nice counter shot. Good defense on that right hook. The perfect counter lands. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Did you see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Nice work to avoid the left uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That left hook won't score. Caution being thrown to the wind. They have no respect for each other's punching power. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. They've got the momentum. And there's the bell for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nice counter shot. Just misses with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Misses with the right uppercut. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
No rest for the weary. Nice defense on that jab. They block the jab. Every time he throws a punch, a very close round with 10 seconds to go. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your breath.
Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And he scores with the counter. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them. Hold that thought. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Look, the pound-for-pound king, Canelo, is down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I've got to see that again. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be...
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. What a huge... There's the bell for round 4. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this...
Whoa, Johnny! Canelo in serious jeopardy here going to the canvas. It appears that the smart move here to take a knee and get a break from all that beating.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's gonna get you knocked out.
gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The perfect counter lands. He threw the hook, didn't land. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which fighter will say no mas? You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about David Benavidez. And on to the fifth we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like,
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
what recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Beautiful. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Benavidez now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez. There's the bell for round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. His stamina is off the charts. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Tough to be. Whoa, wait a minute! The Mexican monster's in trouble. How did they survive that?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
David Benavidez might be ready to go. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight?
Hey, are you all right? Are you okay?
Yes, sir. We fight on here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last one. Here comes round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
So much firepower here. Holding nothing back here in the round. Beautiful counter punch. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
See if they go to the body. The straight right just misses. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
His stamina is off the charts. This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez. And we enter the 8th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That jab misses. That counter shot lands. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Punch, counter punch. One punch could change everything in this battle. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. That counter shot lands. It's all offense all the time. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes.
Whoa, big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you continue.
Talk about Alvarez in that last round. A Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? A perfect counter shot. He threw the hook, didn't land. Canelo in serious, a big heavy blow, and Saul is down. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.